feels at the moment that Liverpool are in this run of form where as soon as they concede a goal, capitulation. I mean, for 68 minutes, well, particularly the second half, they were in control of that football match. Slot makes a couple of substitutions. He brings on McAllister, he brings on Gomez, and I think he probably thought the game was done at that point. And then it all changed. And I wanted to get your perspective on the first goal and the penalty. What is Konate thinking in that moment? And also from a defensive point of view, the run of form he's on at the minute, it feels like something like that with him is going to happen.
I'll tell you exactly where he's at the minute with Konate, because he's had a few issues on the pitch and he's made a few rash tackles and he's made a few errors that have led to goals or big chances in the game. He's aware of that. He knows that. So what he's trying to do, he wants to win every ball. He wants to fight every ball. He wants to try and he's trying to do everything. He's trying too hard, and he makes the tackle. And listen, it's harsh, but it's a penalty. And he's sort of dived in.
You don't think it is a penalty? Or?
No, I think it's a penalty.
Okay.
He's committed himself. He didn't need to commit himself. He just needs to stay on his feet and block the ball. I don't think he was going to get it anyway. But he's in that space at the minute, Konate, where he's just trying too much because he's trying to rectify maybe the mistakes he's made in previous games.
How do you solve that? How do you get out of that situation?
Just continuously playing and trying to...
So you wouldn't drop him if you're Slot?
There becomes a point where you can be droppable. He's had a few performances now back-to-back where he's made a few errors leading to goals, and that can't keep happening for Liverpool. So maybe the manager does have to think about even taking him out of the limelight for a couple of games.
It feels right. Once you take a player like that out of the limelight, putting them back in, they haven't got, that player isn't up to game speed. And then you're
who comes in now? Who comes in?
Well, that's the other
Well, they sold Kwanzaa in the summer, so he would have been an
So
option.
it's Joe Gomez, isn't it?
But then there's a wider point that Liverpool fans are having is why do we not go all out for Gay?
And then you could say, well,
Joe
Gomez hasn't really had that amount of minutes this season, so is he fresh and ready to come into the team? And I don't know.
They got unlucky with the Italian centre-back.
Leone. He did his ACL
instantly, and there was a lot of good noise around him. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it seemed like Palace had a number. If you paid the number, Mark Gay would probably be a Liverpool player right now.
We talked about that first goal, and actually could argue Konate's at fault for the second because he doesn't track stack.
I think that's one where you're looking at 6 or 7 players for that second goal. Just the lack of intensity on the ball. You don't see that from a Liverpool team. I mean, no, they're more passive under Slot, don't get me wrong, but Leeds players were just passing it around into the Liverpool box with no one 5 yards close to the player. I
thought the changes Daniel Farke made
brilliant, and the players,
but at the right time as well. Like they made them perfect substitutions.
Brought a lot of
had a
energy
massive
to the
impact
field.
on the game.
Yeah.
Is it Aronson who came on as well? I thought he was really good.
Aronson,
really good. Nonto as well.
Nonto, Tanaka, like the energy they brought on completely shocked Liverpool.
When that went to 2-1, the atmosphere in the stadium, you could sense that Liverpool were just dropping deeper and deeper and didn't really know how to cope with. For that 10-minute period, they did not know how to cope with it.
But at that point, Liverpool were in control of the game. I mean, let's make no bones about it as well. Liverpool played well overall.
Yeah, I thought first 10 minutes Leeds were brilliant, probably could have scored, and then Liverpool just the rotation between the midfielders to kind of draw the Leeds press out, I thought was brilliant. Like the way that Curtis Jones, I thought had a really good game. Ryan Gravenberch was classy as ever, and I just thought, wow, yeah, this is working. Like they found a way to, because what Chelsea did against Leeds at the weekend and lost was they tried to pin Leeds right back. And it meant that there was no space for any of the forwards to sort of do anything. Whereas Liverpool were like, well, we want you to come out, and they weren't so deep Leeds. They were kind of in their mid block, coming out and meeting the Liverpool players, and they were creating a lot of space, especially like chances on the edge of the area. They were creating a lot of space there.
Soboslai's goal, I think McAllister for Soboslai's goal was
Is that just instinctive, or do you reckon he's got a call there?
No, he's got a picture in his head already of where
Soboslai.
But to think about it, he's got to make a quick decision now. Do I touch this ball or do I let it run knowing that it's going straight into Soboslai's path? I thought it was brilliant. His awareness and his brilliant.
That's that world class. I mean, they have world class players. That's the reason why this is so frustrating for Liverpool fans, right? Is you see a goal like that and you're like, we know, you've got it. But that's why, and this is why it's a team that we know don't have a lot of confidence at the moment, because under that pressure, you'd expect a defence that has those players in, a midfield that has those players in, to just be able to just pop it round for 10 minutes and kill the game.
I feel like with Liverpool at the minute, that the best Liverpool teams that I've played against, their counter-press is unbelievable. Unbelievable. They give the ball away, within 5 seconds they've got it back again. I don't really see that at the minute with this Liverpool team. It's a bit, they lose the ball. There's there's not that intensity to go and win the ball back straight away.
No, agreed.
And that's for me the best teams in the Premier League do that.
Why do you think that is? They haven't got the counter.
I just think it's a mentality thing. I just think that they're going through a form at the minute where they're just not hitting the right levels that they need to. There's too many big players in the team that aren't performing to the level they need to. And you can get away with 1 or 2 in certain games, especially against Leeds, no disrespect to Leeds, but when you have 5 or 6 of them, it becomes very difficult.
I was going to say, when you're in that situation, Phil, how do you solve problems on the pitch, particularly from a defensive point of view? Because at the minute, as we all said, when they conceded 1, you felt the second was coming, and it could have been maybe a couple more. How do you solve that problem on the pitch, or does that have to happen on the training ground?
Even when you look at Van Dijk at the minute, and I want to go on record before and say that he's been there before I mention this, because people think again that you've been biased or what. He's been one of the best players, best central defenders in the last 5 or 6 years in the Premier League. He really has, probably the world as well, by the way. He's been top draw. But I think even he's come under a lot of criticism lately, and he's making mistakes, and he looks a bit vulnerable at times, and soft little passes he's giving away, or positions on the pitch you might not be getting in the right position. And I think when Liverpool are when they've in the past and they've been struggling, it's somebody like him who can galvanise the team, who people, they thrive off him when he's showing his presence on the pitch. And at the minute, because obviously he's not playing well himself, you sort of like, you go into that...
Shrink a little bit.
You shrink a little bit on the pitch, and you're looking around on the pitch thinking, well, who's going to drag us out of this then? And that's just where Liverpool are at the minute. But he's obviously got the capability to get back to that level because he's such a top player.
Yeah.
Final word on Liverpool, Hunter?
Oh, a mess. An absolute mess. I actually I had predicted that they were going to lose this game, and that would be that for Slot. But
Inter now in the week.
Inter in the week.
Away.
And then away. Are they
Tough
away
game.
at Brighton? I mean, 2 games that
at home to Brighton.
At home to Brighton. Even still, I mean, they've not been.
I mean,
playing
sure.
well.
Irrespective of where they finish the season, of course they give them the season. No.
Liverpool aren't a sacking club either, are they? I mean, if you look at the amount of managers they've had over the last.
I don't. But how long do you wait if you're a club like Liverpool? Because if you don't get into the Champions League, and you need to replace some really top level centre backs, let's say you need to replace Virgil van Dijk in the next 2 years.
If you're the Liverpool chief exec, if you're the Liverpool scouts now, who do you go and get at the centre half?
Oh God!
I think Gay was the one, wasn't it? But could you tempt him in January and just go over the odds and get him in straight away?
I mean, as that next top level centre back, it's really difficult. You're gambling a lot these days. It's not like, I don't think it's as easy as just going out and buying a world class centre back. I think you have to buy for the future now.
I agree.
And that's what they did with Leone. And then they get
exactly. But even like any
is he
ACL for the season?
ACL in training, right? Or
no, he did it in the Carabao Cup. Crazy.
Yeah, he did.
For his
tackle,
debut,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
really bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, let us know your thoughts on Liverpool in the comment section below and where they go from here as